Hey, newsflash! Wyoming is not just one great big flat piece of land up in the northwest. We have 5 very distinct regions here in the state, and today on this episode of Why Not Wyoming, I'm going to share with you a little bit about each region. Hi there, I'm Stan Hartzheim with H Home Loans, and welcome to another episode of Why Not Wyoming, where we talk about everything you need to know to live in and around Cheyenne, Wyoming. If you're into that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. In many of my other videos, I talk very specifically about living in or around Cheyenne. But today, I'm going to share with you the 5 regions of Wyoming that you're going to want to know more about, especially if you're thinking about moving here. Every day, people relocate here to Cheyenne and they ask us, what is there to do, or where should I go on my weekends, or maybe on my family vacation? So I found some really great information in the 2018 Wyoming Traveler's Guide that I'm going to share with you today. The first region we're going to talk about, in no particular order except that I'm going clockwise around the map, is the Black to Yellow region. The Black to Yellow region is located in the northeast part of the state, aptly named for its proximity to both the Black Hills and Yellowstone National Park. One of the reasons that people like to visit this region is so that they can take in many of the historic destinations. You can find a lot of little towns that still have 19th century hotels, shops, and restaurants. Among the rolling hills and sagebrush plains, you're going to find plenty of scenery and adventures fit for a family or for a solo act. A few fun things that you can do in this region are the Eagle Butte coal mining tours are a lot of fun in Gillette and give you a great insight to how important coal mining has been to this part of the country. There's the Occidental Hotel and Saloon in Buffalo, which is an amazingly well-restored establishment that once hosted a pretty varied group of famous folks, including past presidents like Roosevelt and plenty of other Western folk heroes like Calamity Jane, and even the writer Ernest Hemingway was there. The Wyo Theater in Sheridan is the oldest operating vaudeville theater in Wyoming. Here, professional song, dance, and theater really come to life. And as is always the case in Wyoming, there are plenty of ways to keep your blood pumping in the great outdoors. Visit Keyhole and Buffalo Bill State Park for fun outdoor activities like boating, snowmobiling, ice fishing, and even some birding. And did you know, apparently, there are over 250 species of wild birds in that area. The second region to talk about is the Park to Park region. This region includes the southeast part of the state, including Cheyenne just barely on the edge, and then going northwest all the way up to Yellowstone National Park. One of the reasons that people love to come to this region is for the picturesque scenery and the soothing hot baths you can take after a rugged day in the backcountry. Some things that you want to take in while visiting this region would be Ayers Natural Bridge near Douglas, which is a 100-foot natural bridge that sits just to the west of town. It also includes a wonderful picnic area you can enjoy while you take in the views. There's also the Stagecoach Museum in Lusk, which is always a favorite of the kids, and it features many artifacts and an authentic stagecoach which actually hauled people and their treasures on the Cheyenne and Black Hills Express stage line. Now that I've got you thinking about life on a stagecoach, why not go view the Fort Laramie Historic Site? Here you'll actually be able to find ruts that were formed by the countless wagons as they headed west on the Oregon Trail. You can also visit the fur trading station that became the military post, which is now known as Fort Laramie. Next, we will explore the Rockies to Tetons region. If you've watched my other videos, you've heard me many times mention all of the outdoor activities available just to the west of Cheyenne. Most of those areas are within this region, with Cheyenne sitting just on the eastern border of this region, then going west to Rawlins and northwest all the way up to Yellowstone. This region encompasses Sinks Canyon, Seminole, and Kurt Gowdy State Parks, as well as the Vidavoo Rec Area. This area is also known for Independence Rock near Alcova, which was an important landmark for settlers as they went west on the Oregon Trail. It was important because if they made it to this point by the 4th of July, they knew they could get over the Rocky Mountains before winter. Today you can actually still see the names of settlers carved into the rock as they went by, which earned it the nickname the Register in the Desert. You can also climb to the top, or you can hike around the base. A fantastic place to spend the weekend is the Saratoga Hot Springs and Resort. Get pampered at this amazing place. A couple can soak in the very intimate covered individual pools, or a family could jump in the 70-foot mineral spring fed pool before heading to the spa for even more relaxation. And then you can stay right there and spend the night in your cozy room or suite. I'm already booking a reservation for my wife and I. During the winter months, you can also see the largest wintering herd of bighorn sheep near the town of Dubois. They roam all throughout the area and can be seen by setting up a tour at the Bighorn Sheep Interpretive Center. Or you could go solo. If you do choose to go solo, just know this, you still have to register at the Interpretive Center. The last region to talk about is known as the Salt to Stone region. Named for its location, it spans all the way from the Rocky Mountains to the Great Salt Lake and then north up to Yellowstone. Some of the really great attractions of this region are Flaming Gorge National Rec Area near Green River is literally a land of living color. Here you will find some of the most picturesque views along with rock formations that will become the focus of photographers of all skill levels along with the casual observer. There's also an amazing reservoir that grabs and reflects the light all throughout the day at different points. You can camp in this area as well as fish, hike, and boat, among other things, so bring your gear and stay a while. Now, if you've watched my other episodes, you probably know I kind of like trains and the history of the railroad. So of course, I'm going to recommend that you go visit the Roundhouse and Rail Yards in Evanston. Here you will find the only remaining roundhouse that's still in operation on the Union Pacific line between Omaha and Sacramento. There's also a power plant and a machine shop that you can check out while you're visiting. And last, there's Teton Village, which hosts the Jackson Hole Aerial Tram. From this tram, you're going to get unparalleled views of several national and state parks. There's also access to a trail system from the top, which you can use to hike down. It is really one of the greatest ways to take in the beautiful Jackson Hole area. You may have noticed that all of these regions lead up to Yellowstone. All roads lead to Yellowstone. Not because it's named after the new hit TV show either. It's been around just a little bit longer than that TV show. Yellowstone is actually the 5th region, but I'm going to go ahead and leave that one for another day. It's just too much for a quick 1-2. If you haven't been there yet, you need to get there ASAP. After all, in 1872, it was named the first national park in the world for a reason. Well, I hope this video gave you some great insight to the different regions of our wonderful state. Cheyenne and the surrounding areas have a great many options when looking for a place to visit or vacation. So why not? Load up your car with your wife and kids, or your gear, and visit some of these great places. Keep in mind, I'm going to explore each one of these regions in more detail in future episodes of Wynot. So why not hit the subscribe button below? And for more information on how you can make Cheyenne your home, please visit my website or give me a call. I'm Stan, your mortgage man. Thank you for watching this episode of Wynot.